everybody! As many of you may know, Shane Dawson recently put out a video welcoming Eugenia Cooney back into YouTube. The video would touch base on things like Eugenia's eating disorder, why it was that she went away from the internet in the first place and social media. It also talked about her small time in rehab. Shortly after that video dropped, another video was posted about Eugenia's time in rehab. The video was posted by Jaclyn Glenn, and it brought a very different light to the entire situation. Jaclyn and her friends pretty much said that what was discussed in Shane's video was not the entire truth. That they had to have a very serious intervention with Eugenia, and they pretty much had to force her into rehab. By the way, both of the videos I will have linked below in the description so that you can watch them both for yourself if you haven't already seen them. Pretty much they're both saying they're not both saying, Shane's video is very, it's kind of very documentary-ish. He goes in, he sits down, he talks to Eugenia, and it's very much, it's a welcome back, you know, it's a very good video. It's pleasant, it's lighthearted, it shows, you know, that she's on the path of recovery, which is fantastic. Eugenia, I'm so proud of you, by the way. I can't even tell you, like, it's very hard what you're doing, and it's amazing. And then, you know, Jaclyn's video comes out, and it shows a very different side of what happened. You know, it shows a very tougher side, a very, I don't want to use the word darker, because it's tougher. Because if you've ever been in a situation where you've had to have an intervention for somebody, it's not easy. And watching the video and hearing what they had to do to get help for Eugenia, it must have been heartbreaking. There's no way that you can sit there and imagine feeling like your friendship is being risked in order to save them. That's something that's just, it's terrifying. But my question is, we've all seen Shane Dawson's videos. We've seen his documentaries. We've seen a series like about, you know, with Tana, with Jake Paul, with Jeffree Star. My question is, for Shane, is he now going to reach out to Jaclyn? Is he going to reach out to Jaclyn now and sit down with her and talk to her and find out exactly what happened? Because it seems to me as though there's two very different sides to this coin. You know, we have the one hand where you're hearing that everything's great, everything's fine, everything's better. And then you have the other hand where we're hearing, no, everything's not okay. There's still a very real danger here. And things are not in the clear. So, are we going to hear Jaclyn's side from Shane? You know, is Shane going to contact her? Is she going to contact Shane? You know, I'm curious to see, are we going to get that video? I would really like to see it. I would really like to hear from Jaclyn, not Jaclyn's side as in like, well, she already posted a video. Clearly, she's said her piece, but I would really like Shane to sit down with her. I would really like Shane to sit down and do his thing and really have that conversation, ask the questions. Why were you so passionate? I mean, if you watch the video back, you can see right from the beginning of the video, Jaclyn is trembling in the video. You can see her hands shaking. You can see her body is trembling. You can hear it in her voice. She is extremely upset as she's talking about the video. And that can only come from a place of passion. She's not mad at Shane for his video. She's just upset that certain things weren't brought to light. And if her side of the story is valid, which I don't doubt that it is, you can't blame her. And from Shane's perspective, you know, he's asking questions and he's getting responses. So he has no reason to believe that these responses aren't true. So you can't put any blame on Shane for what he's telling, because he's saying, you know, how did this happen? And he's getting response of, oh, well, I knew it was time for me to go check into rehab, and that's the response he's getting. So, you know, and as far as Eugenia is concerned, she's been living this life for so long that this is just how things are supposed to be. So I personally would just really like to see what comes next. You know, not who is right, because in this situation nobody's right. You know, there's a girl who's struggling a lot, and I would really just like to see honestly what happens next, because I think that there is a lot more going on, and I really think that I would love to see Shane and Jaclyn sit down, and I would love to see Jaclyn be able to open up and fully tell her side, because she said many times in her video that she felt like she wasn't allowed to, and even when she did her video, she felt like there was only parts that she could tell. And I would love for her to be able to really open up and tell her whole side, and I would love if Shane were able to get that out there, because I do think that there's more to this than what we know, and I think that there is something that Eugenia isn't telling people, and I don't think that's her fault. I think that it is true that there is a lot of manipulation going on. You can see it in her videos when she is with her mother. And it's a scary thing. And I just don't think that somebody like her, who's in her 20s, should be manipulated. If the things that they're saying is true, then that's just, it's terrible. So I guess the bottom line is, are you going, Shane Dawson, are you going to reach out to Jaclyn Glenn? And are you going to try and find out exactly why she was so upset and exactly what her side of the story is? Because I really feel like you should. I think that it's the best thing to do in this case. I don't want to say it's his responsibility, because it's not. He has nothing, honestly, to do in the situation. He's just somebody who knows Eugenia, but I think that with what he's done in the past, as far as, you know, going in and interviewing people and doing like these little mini documentaries and stuff like that, I think that now that he's kind of built up that reputation, people trust him, and they know that he doesn't bullshit, he doesn't mess around. He just goes in and he finds the facts and he says, this is what it is. That I think that people trust him to find out the truth. They trust him to say what's going on. So That's that. Are you going to talk to her? We'll find out.